I have signed 2 retainer clients since last week, 10 meetings, 2 retainer clients so far, and then a couple of creative projects that have come my way.
Hey guys, my name's Jono. I'm a former lawyer turned full-time filmmaker based in Sydney, Australia. Now, I recently had a call with one of our subscribers, Sammi from Melbourne, Australia. It's always good to meet a fellow Aussie in this community. Growing up in high school, Sammi actually had a deep interest for videography and photography. But like most people, life got busy. She started pursuing other endeavors, which meant that her videography passion was put on the back burner.
I did a lot of photography and videography in high school, but then kind of just left it there when I graduated, going on and doing other things, kind of just fell out of it and didn't end up having enough time or whatever.
Like Sammi growing up, I also had a deep passion for creating videos. In high school, I took filmmaking as an elective, and my first ever video was actually for a Year 9 commerce project where I directed and filmed a soft drink commercial with 3 friends. I absolutely love creating videos, but I had no idea at the time that this could actually even turn into a viable career path. So I did what most of my high-performing friends did at the school that I went to. I got good grades, I graduated, and I went to law school. From there, I kind of forgot about my videography passion for a couple of years until I started full-time work in the corporate world, and I was looking for a creative side project to work on outside of work, and that's when I bought my first camera back in July 2019. And similarly for Sammi, she managed to rediscover her passion for videography when she started creating content for her other businesses.
I actually run 2 other businesses on top of starting my videography and photography business. With our other businesses, I've been doing a lot of the social media and the editing and all of that sort of stuff that comes along with photography and videography. And so I realized how much I actually enjoy it, and it kind of gives me this creative outlet that I haven't had for a little while. And so my fiance was like, hey, you're actually like really good at this. Why don't you just start doing this for other people too? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll see how I go. And so I kind of tossed around the idea for a couple of weeks, and I was like, oh, should I do this? Could I do it? Is it actually worthwhile? And at the time, I'm still watching all of your videos, and the more I watched, I was like, maybe I should actually just give this a go and kind of take it a bit more seriously than just for fun, basically.
And literally just a couple of weeks ago, Sammi started to take her videography journey seriously and decided to go all in.
Last Monday, I bought what's it called? The 6-figure starter kit or something, I think it's called. I started going through all those resources and just starting to set up this business, I guess, as an actual business and rather than just a hobby. And so I started reaching out to people, reaching out to my network and seeing who would be interested in this sort of stuff. And within that first, I think 3 days of me doing that, I have booked about 10 meetings with various businesses to go through how I can help them in their social media and videography and all of that.
10 meetings and 2 retainer clients booked in her first week. It's fair to say the results that Sammi has achieved in such a short amount of time is insane. It personally took me 3 whole months of grinding, developing my skills, doing free work, and building my portfolio to land my first paid client. And Sammi has managed to do it within just 7 days. It's honestly a testament to her ability to take massive action at speed. And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my key takeaways from my call with Sammi, because I think a lot of people in this community are going to get a lot of value from her story. If you're just starting your videography journey and you're looking to get your first client as quickly as possible, make sure you keep watching because this video is for you. Takeaway number 1, if you're going to do it, give it a proper go. When I was growing up, my mom used to always tell me, Johnny, she used to call me Johnny, by the way, not Jono. She used to say, Johnny, if you're going to start anything at all, make sure you do it properly or don't start at all. So growing up, no matter what I did, whether I was playing chess, soccer, starting my videography journey, or even building this YouTube channel, I've always gone into it with the mindset, if I'm going to start something, I'm going to give it my 110% effort and give it a proper crack. Because to be honest, if you're going to start something and you're not going to give it your full effort, there's really no point in starting because you're just wasting your time. And having the benefit of experience running her other 2 businesses, Sammi really understood the importance of showing up and giving it her all.
I think that's something that I have learnt along the journey, is that just start, just commit to it, and give it some time to work and be consistent. And then if it does work, then you surprise yourself. So with this, I was like, you know what? I really enjoy it. I'm just gonna actually do it as best as I can. I've got majority of the equipment that we need, so kind of just was like, oh, I'll just really try and go ham at it and get it done.
When I first heard that Sammi actually runs 2 other businesses with her fiance in the health and fitness industry, I was really curious why she also wanted to start this videography venture of hers. I've met several subscribers in our community who have run other types of businesses in the past, and I'm always curious to learn why they're wanting to get into the videography and content creation space. And this is what Sammi personally had to say.
With this, I see a lot of opportunity for a decent amount of growth. And like videography and photography is something that everyone will always need. It's a lot easier to grow and a lot easier to sell because it's business to business as opposed to business to consumer.
Takeaway number 2, clients are literally waiting for you to reach out. There's been multiple times throughout our journey where we're looking for new clients and we send an initial batch of 20 outreach messages to potential clients. 19 of them never get back to us and we feel extremely discouraged. We're on the brink of giving up, but then suddenly, one client replies saying, "We've been looking for a videographer. We would love to chat further." And in the blink of an eye, my heart lifts, my eyes light up, my faith in humanity is restored, and it makes those 19 heartbreaking rejections worth it. Because the fact is, when you're just starting out as a beginner and no one knows who you are and what you do, you have to start putting yourself out there and reaching out to people. You're going to get a lot of no's, and I mean a lot of no's, but you're also going to get some yeses as well. And so these days, the way that I like to think about it is outreach is simply a numbers game. So don't take rejections personally, because every no that you get takes you one step closer to a yes. And if Sammi hadn't risked getting rejected, risking getting those no's, she wouldn't have managed to secure her first client.
So one is a gym. So I actually just reached out to them as cold outreach. And so I just used basically a very similar Instagram message, the one that you put in the kit. And I just said, hey, like, what are you guys doing for videography and photography? I was wondering if you do need any help. I would love to have a conversation with you. I wasn't going into that conversation expecting them to walk out wanting to pay. I would just wanting to find out how I could potentially provide some value for them to eventually that turn into a paid relationship. But they were right off the bat, they were like, you know, I showed them some of my work and they were like, oh, we really love this. We would actually just like to pay you. And I was like, oh, awesome. That's always a benefit.
From listening to Sammi's story, I hope that the biggest takeaway that you get from this video is that there are literally clients out there right now who are looking for you, who are willing to pay for your services and are just waiting for you to reach out to them. But if you let things like perfectionism, imposter syndrome, the fear of rejection stop you from reaching out, they will never know that you exist. And so once Sammi managed to get her foot in the door, let's see what she offered the client in exchange for money.
And so I'll be doing their monthly social content. So I think it's about 16 reels for the month, which I think it works out to be 4 reels per week. And then a gallery of 40 to 60 stills. And then doing event coverage for them every couple of weeks on top of that monthly retainer fee. And then doing client transformation photo shoots as well for them on top of that as well. So monthly retainer fee, I think, is about $1,600, and then the event coverage is about $600, and then the client photo shoots are about $450. So a decent amount coming in every couple of months from them.
Being able to secure a $1,600 a month retainer in her first week of a newly established videography business is honestly an amazing achievement. So I just want to take a moment here to give Sammi a round of applause. When Jason and I first started our videography journey, we used to get such a massive dopamine hit every time we secured a new client. But luckily, through this amazing community that we've built on YouTube, we still get to experience those massive dopamine hits every time we hear about your small wins in this community. So if you've personally experienced a massive win lately in your videography journey, I would love to hear from you. Send us an email, send us a DM letting us know, because we would love to share your story with this community to help inspire other people and push everyone to take action and achieve their goals. By the way, if you are a beginner videographer and you're feeling lost in terms of how to set up your online presence, what messages to send to potential clients when you're outreaching, how to actually track your outreach, and even what sort of packages to offer potential clients as a beginner videographer, videographer, make sure you check out our 6-figure filmmaker starter kit. It contains the roadmap, templates, and all the tools that we use to go from complete beginners back in 2019 to eventually running a multi-6-figure videography business. So go check that out, link below. Takeaway number 3, your existing network is a goldmine. When it comes to getting your first client as a complete beginner starting from scratch, I always say start with your existing network of family, friends, colleagues, people who already know, like, and trust you. The first time I actually got paid to use my camera was actually for a colleague of mine who was starting an e-commerce lingerie business. It was just a photo shoot because at the time I didn't even know how to do video. She paid me $300 for a full day where she organized a massive luxury mansion with 2 models. Honestly, it was such a nerve-wracking experience, but I had a ton of fun and I learned a lot. So just remember, your existing network is a potential goldmine where you can find your first client as soon as possible. And Sammi actually managed to tap into her existing network, her goldmine, to secure her second client on a similar retainer deal to the first client.
And then because of that, more people in my network are finding out that I'm actually starting to do this full-time, or not full-time, but as a business. And they've also reached out being like, hey, I have an idea for a project that I would love you to help me with. And so that's all really cool too, to have those kind of creative projects that I have full creative control over, and they're just like, here's my vision, can you make it come to life? And that's also really cool too. And then the second retainer client is a buyer's advocate. So she's just starting to set up her business. And so I'm starting with like a brand highlight video for her and just giving her some website content so that she can start to build authority in that space. And then once we finish that project, then we're going to move into that monthly social media content as well. So all the reels, all the stills that she needs for the month, basically.
What I love about Sammi's approach here is that she's viewing the client as not just a one-off project, but a potential long-term partnership. She offered the initial brand highlight video to upgrade the client's website content, and then she recognized an opportunity to provide ongoing value to the client by creating social media content and helping her grow her brand and authority going forward. And I think that's the key if you want to build a profitable and sustainable videography business for the long term. We still have clients back in 2020 when we started our videography business as a little side hustle who we still create videos for to this day. Those long-term client relationships have been the foundation which have allowed us to scale our little videography side hustle into a multi-6-figure business. So hopefully another big takeaway you get from this video is to stop viewing your clients as just one-off projects where you do a video, send them the link, and never hear from them again. Focus instead on building long-term client relationships. Tell clients how you can keep helping them going forward. Regularly check in with them and see how the videos are performing. Take them out to lunch and just get to know them as a friend. Be thoughtful and send them a little gift basket during Christmas time. These little actions are key to helping you build long-term client relationships that are going to be the foundation of a very profitable and sustainable videography business for the long term. Now, before we ended the catch up, as always, I asked Sammi if I was a beginner videographer looking to get my first client as quickly as possible, what final piece of advice would you give? And here's what she had to say.
I know for myself, I am very much a perfectionist. And so I want everything to be perfect before it gets sent out, or before I put the website up, or before I reach out to people, or before my social media. I don't want to post on social media until it's perfect, but sometimes some messy action is better than no perfect action. And so I would just say, both to my younger self and a beginner who is just starting out, just start. It's scary. It's terrifying, especially if you've never run a business before. You're not gonna know what to do, and that's okay. You're here. It's a journey, and while your business might not make profit to start with, you will eventually get there. And when you get there, celebrate that.
After watching this video and listening to Sammi's story, I hope that a big takeaway you can gain from this video is realizing that people who might only be a few steps ahead of you also don't actually know what they're doing. They've just taken more action, made more mistakes, and tested more things to get the results that you're looking for. And if I'm being completely honest with you guys, even to this day, we still have no idea where we're going or what we're doing. We're just sharing our experiences along the way, what worked for us, what didn't work for us, and also what also worked for some of the people in our community. And hopefully you guys are able to take some golden nuggets from those experiences and apply it to your own journey. If you are a beginner videographer looking to take your videography journey to the next level, go sign up to the waitlist for our next Filmmaker Accelerator Live Cohort, a 4-week live group program designed to help beginner videographers get started, build their initial portfolio, and land their first paid client. We're actually wrapping up the first cohort at the end of this week. We've had a ton of fun running this first cohort, and we've received a lot of really amazing feedback from our students. Over the next month, we're probably just gonna go away and focus on collecting more feedback and making improvements to the program. And we're thinking about launching the second cohort probably near the start of August. So go check out the application form link below, submit your application form, join the waitlist, and we'll let you know when the second cohort launches. Anyways, guys, that's it from me. Thank you for staying until the very end of this video. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to also check out all of our free resources to the Creator Kit, which contains our pre-production guides and our 7-day videography email crash course. Go check out this video here on how I became a videographer in 3 months. I'll see you in the next one. Stay focused.